In the Holy Eucharist, our Lord is present, whole and entire, body, blood, soul, and divinity. When the Blessed Sacrament is reserved in the tabernacle, a sanctuary lamp is kept burning before it. Question: when did Christ give his priests the power to change bread and wine into his body and blood? Christ gave his priests the power to change bread and wine into his body and blood when he made the apostles priests at the Last Supper by saying to them, "Do this in remembrance of me." Thus he commanded them and their successors to renew till the end of time what he had just performed. This change of bread and wine into the body and blood of Christ continues to be made in the Church by Jesus Christ through his priests. Question: how do priests exercise their power to change bread and wine into the body and blood of Christ? Priests exercise their power to change bread and wine into the body and blood of Christ by repeating at the consecration of the Mass the words of Christ, "This is my body, this is my blood." Over the bread are pronounced the words, "Hoc est enim corpus meum," for this is my body. Over the wine are pronounced the words, "Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei," for this is the chalice of my blood. 1. At Mass, at the words of consecration, transubstantiation takes place, that is, the entire substance of the bread and wine is changed into our Lord's body and blood. After the words of consecration, there is no longer any bread or wine on the altar, for they have been changed into Christ's body and blood. If it be asked how transubstantiation can possibly be effected, we reply, by the almighty power of God. 2. The appearances of bread and wine remain. The consecrated host continues to look like bread, tastes and feels like bread, but it is not bread, for the entire substance of bread is changed into Christ's body. The same thing is true of the consecrated chalice, which continues to look, smell, and taste like wine, but there is no more wine, only Christ's blood. Question: is Jesus Christ whole and entire, both under the appearances of bread and under the appearances of wine?